Gathering firewood to burn in the wood stoves to cook for the day. This is Susan, hacking with a machete. To hack firewood to cook for the day. To collect it and hack it.
Yoo-hoo! All right, I'm going to stop it.
Thank you. So we got all the rocks out of the floor there and lifted them all into these big piles. And here's where they're mixing cement.
Ahora ya sabes que le toman foto.
And this is Antonio. It's his house that we'll be building. He went to get some more straw with his burrow so that we could continue to build his house. Straw with mud and water.
You have to lean into it more, Kim. Okay.
We're churning up straw with mud and water to pack into the straw bales. They're packing the straw. We've been pitchforking up armloads, and they're shoving armloads in, and now they're packing it down, and then they're going to pour a layer of cement. Holly and the stonemason have been building a wall.
And we're going to put, yeah.
So, by we...
I'm the stonemason helper.
The helper. The
And this
helper.
is Teresa, who's been working on the wall. And then the top of the house will be the straw bale. So this is the foundation layer. Okay, so this is what a straw bale wall looks like. The straw house. Yes, because it starts as a bale and then it becomes a mixture of straw mixed with mud, which we mixed with those pitchforks there. And then you pack it into that frame.
I think the actual straw.
Okay. So we're mixing the mud, making soda, earth and water to add to that straw there, or that pile there, which we will turn with pitchforks back into the straw bale houses. It's like making mud pie.
How high do you want it?
We're getting hear that, don't you? It sings. It tells you when the time is.
Yeah, it's
And
only
you know, it was
half
11.
hour or an hour.
I'm glad you brought it to my attention because
Use them out there, Kim.
Okay, I'll stop filming and help you. Pass Liz one and then I will.
I'll start telling you the time. What time it is? 11:30?
Yeah.
Ok, vamos a...
The last of the cement mixture before we finish work for the day. So this is what the straw packed filling looks like before it gets a layer of plaster on the outside. So once it's plastered up, you'll never tell that there's straw inside. But the straw and the cement are so much cheaper and sturdier in an earthquake and made from materials that are easily found here in Mexico. That's why these houses are such a valuable addition to improving the way of life for people that are struggling with decent housing, especially after the earthquake. And this is the kind of house that they have now. This is why we're building a house for Antonio, because this is where he lives now. Antonio and his burro. This is the man whose house this is. We are making him a house with straw bale, not straw bale, but straw mixture filling.
You got some sugar cane.
And this is how we start the dirt and the earth and the water with lime mixture that goes into mixing the straw. Laborio is packing down the straw. like that, to make the insulation, the straw insulation. So we were handing him up pitchforks of straw, and he was packing it into there, and then a layer of cement, and then another layer of wet, muddy straw, until it looks like that. And the mold that you put it in looks like that Miguel is putting together now to make the interior wall. And this is the layer of cement, mixture, packed on top of the straw. Packs it in, packs it down. To build the insulation, and then once it's built, you can take the molding off. So they can reuse an expensive mold frame over and over again for each wall, one at a time, or two at a time. So he saves the baling. He saves the baling wire.
Yeah, but I don't want it to
from the straw.
If you mix it together,
to do
then it may not
this.
harden in the straw.
Everything is reused and recycled. Everything. That's how these houses are affordable.
I'll tell you what.
Got with Diane, it's pretty good.
You gotta get that frame on there really, really
A lot of
firmly.
that looks like mud.
How do you say pliers in Spanish? En español? Pliers, estas cosas.
Esto es un alicate.
Alicate.
Alicate o aquí dice, ¿cómo le dicen ustedes? Mira, hey,
Pinzas. Pinzas.
pinzas.
Pinzas. Pliers are pinzas.
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 No está.
The bases have to be stone and rock and cement. But the straw mixture for insulation can be the interior walls and the higher half of the exterior walls. Inside this wall, it doesn't look like it because it's covered in plaster, is the straw mixture, the straw insulation.
Es como cartón, ¿no? No.
Es de cartón a los lados, pero por dentro es yeso. Esta tabla de yeso tiene
Nicel.
No, los niceles del
This is Miguel explaining the process to conservationists from another town. They're coming to learn about the straw insulation as a better way of building houses than the expensive adobe that breaks in earthquakes and that people can't afford. And they're learning about the dry toilet. See, and this is Laborio. Mixing and mixing and mixing. The word of the day is mezclar. Mix. So this is the last layer of cement on the lower half of the wall. I think we're about to stop for a short break, but they're gonna get the frame set to finish that wall there
Wait.
before we stop.
Right there.
Meanwhile, Marseille is working hard on making this perfect rock wall. So it looks pretty as, well, this one doesn't look quite as pretty as this one looks. But this was built by him, and this was built by all of us volunteers that are trying to learn mason work on the fly from these patient men. All this time that we were building, I didn't realize that Miguel designed these clamps and this frame, especially
Jesus was thinking it for us.
for creating these straw bale insulation houses.
And model, this is model.
And so he took his design to Carlos in the village, who made these clamps for him and these frames for him. So now we're ready for the second level of the interior wall. Boy, I feel like Kevin O'Connor. And this is Ask This Old House. This house was made with straw bales inside, plastered over. The actual bales of straw were stacked as insulation. The mold that Miguel made himself, that we were stuffing with straw mud cement mixture, he made that mold, invented that mold himself. So this was the old way of doing it.
ponen en el piso.
Sí, voy a quitar las piezas.
Sí, sí.
Voy a...
Go down. Del piso, del piso.
You
To the
want my
floor,
head
to the
out the
floor.
window? Right here?
Bueno.
Ahora,
Bueno.
esta, ven a ver,
Excuse me.
necesito desamarrarla así, tengo una tenacilla donde estaba, ya la dejé, mira ya en la tabla.
Ya la vi, ya la vi.
Should I fill in here? Wait.
Let me see our wall on the other side.
We fill in.
They're making tortillas in Puebla City in Mexico. They look delicious. He's making a pot out of Talavera's clay in Puebla, Mexico. ¿Cómo se llama, señor? ¿Tu nombre?
Armando.
Armando. Gracias.
Because it's not really hitting the rock like it should.
No mataja bien. Tenemos que tener un metate bien bueno y un
You have to
meclatillo
have a
bueno.
really good metate and a really good... ¿Cómo
Y
es
ya
que se llama?
solito.
Mezcla.
¿Mandé?
Este se llama
Meclapile.
mezclapillo. Mezclapillo.
Y ya matajamos.
But that's how for thousands of years they made the ground corn for tortillas and other things.
So,
Oh, it looks like it does take some work, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
off the side.
Oh, there, by hand.
Mine's a little. Yeah, I've seen that in.
Yes, I have too.
Did you get one thin enough, Susan?
Well, it's not shaped well. Now I'm going to bring out a spatula.
pretty good.
Don't try to do it the way you want a spatula.
Oh wait, where's the second piece? What?
We could roll ahead of time.
Oh, that's true.
Break it off and roll it.
I rolled mine because I wanted to roll back.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
It's much better.
Probably 4 months.
Oh, that's so tasty.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
Not
wonderful.
too thin.
Not too thin. For us at least. They can do them thin, but
That's well. Perfecto.
So this is the Talavera pottery before it's glazed.
Before second time. When it's only with the glaze, is this color.
Oh, once you glaze it, it's that color, and then it gets shiny
Yeah.
like this. So this is before it's glazed.
Before. And take it out quickly. The piece will be like that one. It will be the basic color. And after that, they put the glaze. They smooth the glaze here before painting to get flat the glaze.
She's painting Talavera's clay, authentic Talavera's clay.
Imagine doing this for a setting for 20.
I want you to see what it's like with this one that's much coarser. So she'll add water.
Para toda la gente diría que una tortilla, una memela picada como la que comieron en la mañana, con esta masa sería mucho mejor.
Okay, so you wouldn't use this for a tortilla. You'd use it for something like the memelas we had in the morning. Something that's a little thicker.
Heartier. And that you would hand pat then?
I don't know. Let's see what she does with this one.
I come in here and get some good video.
Maybe y'all should flip those.
I think those are thick enough though. That one.
Cualquier persona que sabe de tortillas le encantaría una tortilla de
Anybody who knows about tortillas would love a tortilla made out of this kind of dough.
Por ejemplo, en mi humilde casa,
In a humble home,
hacemos picadas como las de la mañana.
we the ones we make in the morning, the picadas or the memelas, we would use the dough done like this.
Now she's showing us how to do it.
May I try? Un poco gruesa. Ay, perdón.
This is the wood saving stove.
Bueno,
It uses
otra
10%
ventaja es
of
que
the
se puede
firewood of a
construir
regular
adentro de la cocina o afuera.
Another
And it
advantage,
won't
you
burn
can
children
put it in an outside kitchen
your
or you can
hands.
put it in your inside kitchen.
Y también la ventaja es que el humo está saliendo en la parte de
And the
arriba.
smoke is going out this way. In the traditional stoves, usually the women have, what is that where you have a growth over your eye?
Cataract?
They get cataracts very young. And they also have lung problems.
Because of the smoke in the house.
In a typical oven, in a typical stove.
What is this?
Que me amabas tiernamente, ingrata me traicionabas cuando de ti estaba ausente. Yo no te ofrezco riquezas, te ofrezco mi corazón, te ofrezco mi corazón, y por un pobre me desprecias. Saberosa, besar tus labios quisiera, besar tus labios quisiera, malagueña salerosa, y decirte, niña hermosa.
Está bien verde.
Entre abiertos parece el rey. Yo no quiero que nunca se aprieten tus ojitos llenitos de sol. Tus ojitos. Me jugaron una chanza y me traigo la esperanza de poder verlo jugar. Pero quiero llevar pa' mi casa. Así no se vale. Para darle la lana. Con mi brazo le haré una callada.
El cuerpo incorrupto del Beato Sebastián de Aparicio, quien es enorme.
She's painting Talaveras clay, authentic Talaveras clay.
Imagine doing this for a setting for 20.
What's up on the back? Yeah, we have pieces on the back. In Mexico, they want to know about fate.
Conquistadora, que se cuenta fue traída de España por el mismo Hernán Cortés.
I think they're doing the Macarena.
What was it?
Or something similar.
I was thinking it was something like a drill team.
Yeah.
So what is this class on?
Healthcare.
What, like the insurance?
This is a preschool room for 3 and 4-year-olds. Y la maestra. Este es para los niños que tienen 5 años.
Ajá, 5 años, de tercer grado.
So this is the 3rd level of preschool. These are the 5-year-olds. It's equivalent to American kindergarten. And the books and some hats and projects.
Ajá, sí, ya me dijo inglés.
It's very nice. An alphabet. Time to go. Evening basketball at sunset in the village.
Yes.
How's Gary, right?
Gary, yes,
I remember
yes,
him.
He's good. He didn't come.
Why? Why not? Busy man?
Yes, very busy. Yes. But I brought another girl from my church, Teresa. We are 10 women.
What?
What you're missing, having a mama.
That one is the small one.
You don't know what you're missing, having a
That
mama.
one is the small one. That one. Yeah.
In the sports court, it's not just for basketball. These boys are playing soccer. So this is Ethel. She's 16 and she's been translating all the phrases to us from Spanish to English and what they mean.
Hello, I read books on Wattpad. Lleva un vidrio que nos permite pasar la energía del sol, pero no dejar escapar el calor.
In the top we have a glass for the sun come up in, but the heat don't go out.
Está construido con 2 cajas.
There are 2 boxes.
Adentro lleva una pequeña que está forrada con aluminio por dentro.
Inside there we have aluminum, wrapped with aluminum paper, the first bag, the little one inside.
La caja grande está
The big
forrada con aluminio solo por el interior.
The big one is only we wrap it inside with the aluminum paper.
En el fondo de la caja grande ponemos unos soportes de cartón.
In the bottom of the box we put the support and the cardboard kind.
Esto nos va a ayudar para que la caja pequeña quede al mismo nivel de la grande.
This is help us to have in the same level the 2 boxes.
Pero también para el peso de los alimentos que van a estar.
And because the heavy all the food we put on don't go down.
También vamos a poner periódico en el fondo.
We can put newspaper down there too.
Y entre medio de las 2 cajas, que queda un espacio como de 5 centímetros, también colocamos el periódico.
And then like a 2-inch we have in between the 2 boxes, we put newspaper too.
Las 2 cajas van unidas con estas partes.
We're in the exploratory tunnels of the Cholula pyramids. There's 7 pyramids in all. There's some of the original steps going down. And that way is closed off, but there's steps over there.
Like marker?
Yeah, bricks and cement. In some ways.
More steps going up.
Makes me eat right, which is
Thank you. And back in the tunnel again. These are the exploratory tunnels. These pyramids are, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, the biggest pyramids in the world, bigger than the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Not the tallest, but the widest. They were built in the year 300 BC. They call that the pre-classic era.
That's an inside tunnel. Can y'all wait?
It's too dark to see inside that tunnel.
All of that?
There's a kind of stone that they use.
Yeah.
And what?
This was a water spout.
This is a rain gutter.
Oh. He said this is a rain gutter.
And this is another kind, the step one, all that.
Well, this is a rain gutter.
Yeah.
Down here.
So pass the message on.
Right, you can see one.
But look how narrow that step is. So as you're climbing up that, that's what you're walking up.
Yeah.
Then it went down, down, down.
We are in the lowest layer.
Oh, and people have been all down there.
Yeah. The position
People throw money
where
down
we
there.
are, and what label we are, and it's in the middle area. We go in the pyramid.
So we're in the middle layer, not the bottom layer.
No,
Oh
no,
wow,
we
look
go
at
in
that,
the
just
bottom
keeps
one.
going up.
And you saw in the top one go up, up, up.
Each layer was built on top of the layer before it. They say the first
This is
layer
another hole
was
they
built
made to investigate.
by the
Oh, okay.
ancient Aztec god Quetzalcoatl, the half god, half man. And as the next group came, they defeated the first group and built their
That's why
pyramid
it's
on top
outside.
to show that their religion had triumphed over the one before it. So that's why there's 7 layers of pyramids, because each group
Yeah.
won a religious war and built the pyramids on top of the ones
No,
before it to
difficult
show that
because
their
it's too
religion was
dark.
more important
Yeah.
and the winner.
And you coming in the north side walking, and now we go in the east side this way, and they go looking for the north. That's area.
See steps down the road.
These
And we
pyramids
continue in the same level. Look at that.
in Cholula,
see
Mexico,
on the
weren't
right
discovered
side?
until 1930s by Mexican explorers. It's
We're just where they
an
were trying to
archaeological
see
site.
what was.
Don't come in. Don't fall.
They made the tunnel the way the Mayans do, says our guide Miguel, so that they won't fall. My camera's not picking this up. It's pitch black here,
Some kind of steps.
but it's very
Yeah.
pointy in the top.
This is one past the corner.
You can kind of see it a little bit here.
This is another pyramid. Remember?
7 different.
Yeah, the people look at that, but they clean up every time. You can see different position. And the people
He's talking about graffiti.
and they've been in eruption. You touch it, coming down a lot.
Oh, yeah, don't touch
So
the-
erosion is
That's
a
the
problem,
head.
so we have to be careful not to touch the walls so they don't come down on us.
7 what?
7 pyramid in the same one. The first one was a little one. The other one was like that. Include the. They say, I don't know if it's true, but they said they found 8, no 7, because the outside is so big. Area for up.
People are throwing money on the steps going down. More steps.
And they was like an adobe and the connection. Look at that.
Climb a pyramid.
Oh, this is a pyramid wall.
Let me tell you what, you can climb it going up, but coming down, it's horrible.
Well, my son was in Peru in northern.
The ladies behind me are talking about the Peruvian
Oh, there
pyramids
was a lot of work
that no
and
one
different
seems to know
time.
about. They've been
Millions of
plundered
years
and forgotten about
do
for
that-
thousands
they
of
do that.
years.
The first one, I don't know how many years, and another one, did you see?
Yeah, at least thousands.
Thousands of years.
Thousands of years. A lot of humans.
Yeah. You can see how the tunnel go.
Oh.
And they have some story when they have a.
No, I said no.
It's a tunnel, but they left the material they were supporting some moment.
Too dark to see it.
No more?
No more, we go around.
As we head towards the outside, we can feel the fresh air. The exploratory tunnels weren't finished, so this is all that's available for tourists, is to walk through a tiny little section of this massive, massive
That's when
ruin.
mine started too. I think it got a little warmer.
Here we go, out into the light, in the heat.
We are outside, and this is
That's what Nan said.
So within a year of the post-Columbian colonizers arriving here, that church was built on top of the last pyramid ruin to show that the final dominating religion was the Catholic religion, dominating all what they called the pagan religions, which were the pre-Columbian religions. That means before Columbus brought colonizers here. And with them came Catholic missionaries, and so now 80% of Mexico is Catholic. They were the colonizers. So the pyramids underneath weren't discovered for many, many, many hundreds of years, not until very recently. You will find part of the history of this building and its walls. They used this area for farming, so it was hard to find the remains of the building. That's why you can only see a part of it. There's the rest of my group examining the walls. It's unbelievable how large this pyramid is. Larger than the ones in Egypt, wider, not taller, but wider. Made by the ancient indigenous Mayan people called the Olmecs. Although there's a lot of debate over who originally made the pyramids.
was over this in the left, the flat area, was like a market with another town coming to interchange production.
A market there, an old ancient market.
It says this building was a middle section.
This is what's left of a building, the middle part of which the upper and lower sections were destroyed. And that's where the ancient market was.
No, I thought, you know.
It's a closer view of the marketplace. You can hear the fireworks, more people celebrating. The pyramid grounds. It just goes on and on. Even if you can't see it complete, the building number 6 covered both the building number 5 and the building known as Teotihuacano. But the building has been destroyed through time. Only the base is left. Built with small stones arranged diagonally that give shape to the sloping wall.
That's a photographic. Yeah. What? See, if you want to take a picture of this,
Shade back here seems to make a difference for my camera.
well, it certainly will. You'll get a much better photo. Your balance will be better.
And my son Jamie decided to invade my picture.
Stop talking about me. You can't use that. I'll sue you.
Okay, here we go. This is a closer view of what I think is this building 6 or building 5? I'm a little disoriented. Miguel's explaining some more.
Why they put the roof? Because you know the sun. Yes, protect the sun and the eruption.
But you can't see it.
Yeah, from the corner model outside, you can see how well the inside.
More fireworks.
Happy birthday.
They're saying happy birthday to
Oh yeah, my camera's not going to pick that up.
the Christmas baby, is what they call him
Your
here.
camera's against
This was an altar
that they have, and that is
where they worshipped
the rock. You can see
Quetzalcoatl.
that the bold one is a
And then
face.
the later
They
gods
say
were
it
worshipped
is
here, and then the
like,
later ones, and then the later ones.
Some Olmecas time. And all of these rocks have something. You can
Some
go.
meaning. Oh yeah, I do see it now.
Yeah, you
that
can go
face on
closer.
it.
You can
And
go
that's-
closer and see that.
I do see it, but I didn't.
Built
till
by
you
the
pointed it
UMC.
out.
This is the altar up close.
The people here was sacrifice another people and one another truth. They kill people when they came.
So
That's not the truth.
no.
And they came.
They kill the people, not
Yeah,
the people kill
but
themselves.
that's just like with the news. You gotta
Yeah.
be careful.
Right, exactly, exactly.
So this is where they would sacrifice the people that they triumphed over. The victors would sacrifice the losers and then build their pyramid on top.
And there are no sacrifice.
So this was a worship area. It is not true that the victors sacrificed or killed the people that they were the victors over. They never killed another indigenous tribe. The only ones who killed people were the Spaniards that came in and killed the last group that was here. So this was where worship happened at this altar of their pre-Columbian god, whoever came after Quetzalcoatl.
One was crucified Christ, crucified Peter. Was down Yes.
Like a T.
Group of rowdy teenagers clapping and cheering. School group here on a tour. I wonder how deep that hole goes, but we can't go through. The sign says no pasar. Do not pass through here.
Can you believe it's already 3:40?
Like targets, but it's like a star too.
Yes, yes.
There was another
You
painting.
can see?
Yes.
Oh yes.
I'm not sure I see it.
I'm gonna get where the angle's better.
Still
Still can't. It's not showing up on film, the painting inside there. Underneath is some of the original brickwork and painting. It's not showing up well on film. I'm not sure what the thing that looks like a swimming pool is. When Miguel gets there, he'll tell us. There's no signs here in any language.
This is the fresco you can see inside. In the other side, they have that kind, but they don't let to people going because they go with the marker or something like that and destroy.
Oh yes,
And
graffiti.
they I don't know, so sometimes they can open.
Through the years, the buildings of Cholula were covered by new buildings, sometimes keeping the same architecture, and other ones with some modifications. This is the case of this building number 3, which contains in its interior another older building where the mural painting of the drinkers was found. This mural painting is 56 meters long with 2.5 meters tall, and it shows an example of the pre-Hispanic, pre-Columbian ritual celebrations, where people used to drink some kind of beverage, which in this case was identified by some specialists as pulque. The scenes of this mural painting have caused astonishment because they represent situations where men and women drink, offer, serve, go to the bathroom, and sometimes have to vomit. Currently, the access to the mural painting is restricted because the preservation condition of the archaeological remains. Research is still ongoing in order to explain more about its meaning. We're nearing the end of our tour. Now we're off to go shopping to try to cheer ourselves up from some of the horrors we've learned about touring these pyramids. It's humbling to realize how mighty were the people that lived before us and how much they had and how it's all gone now. That's the actual ancient pyramid wall. This is a recreation.
No.
No.
This piece
That's the old, real, ancient pyramid wall. This is
real. This is a fake.
This is a fake, a recreation, so we can see what it might have looked like.
But they know that they're religious. You know, they know that they're sacred grounds, and they just keep making them
Sacred to the next god.
New sacred ground.
Yeah, sacred to the next god.
What are they selling there?
I think peanuts.
3rd century.
Was it tacos concorda?
Right,
This
so
boy is
2000
stuck
years
up
to
the fence. He's trying to get in the fence to play in the playground.
It's a nice little playground.
No, 3,000 BC is 3,000 years.
We summited and had no oxygen.
They were still together.
I don't know how many feet we were.
I think they remained friends. He's since gotten married
Just for a few minutes and then back down to 14.
Yeah, I don't think he's the. I think he's a very handsome man, but I think he's kind of cattish. He's the other one from Bridget Jones.
Yeah,
Can't believe
that's
they
what
took
I'm saying.
scenes of
He
their
doesn't seem like
preparation.
Yeah. No.
Jeremy, there was a upstairs
the bus went pretty high. We only walked
that
like
had
the
an
last
all-stars house.
Yeah, but you have to acclimate.
It would, we could barely trudge every step. Murder mystery. Just from the bus to the top. The bus went almost to the very top, and then we were like, we lost.
I want to see Knives Out. It's just this amazing cast of all these great actors. You know they're chewing on the seat, right?
You're such an
It's kind of like it is kind of like an Agatha Christie. All these people are here, and somebody it's a whodunit. It's out now, but I think it's a comedy.
Has anyone seen the Downton Abbey movie?
Yes.
I haven't.
Was it good?
Very good.
Downton Abbey movie.
It's
I don't think
it's
it's
a lot
out
of
yet.
fun. It's a lot
I
of
don't even watch the show.
and the Grand Dames.
A month, I think it was.
Yeah, and she does sing a little bit in that with her family, because all of her family has.
We don't watch the evening PBS, like unless it's
You hear
Nova
what you hear what
or Nature. I don't really watch the
The drama.
His song is very strong.
Really?
Jeremy, Masterpiece Theater, Downton Abbey, and Cobra. I never got
I love Masterpiece Theater. All the things they do. Some of them are kind of weird, and sometimes I can't really understand.
One thing I watched like an episode of Call the Midwife, and then I never got back into it.
I haven't seen them.
There was one that always
I
used
haven't
to
seen
come
a lot
on.
of them.
Yeah.
Okay, where did he go?
Over there.
Got one. This him?
This is one of the twins getting
I
breakfast.
think they're almost all twins, is what Nan said. This is one of the twins whose mom doesn't have enough milk. Then you have to open your mouth for this.